You! I didn't see you come in here. Don't you ever knock? We try to have fun around here. We try to have fun with this cringe. How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer. I picked up a 6-pack of Heineken the other night, and I was out in Kingston. And when you bought a 6-pack of Heineken, it came with this nice hat. So I think this is for St. Paddy's Day. I could be mistaken. Maybe it's just for if you're out fishing once the weather gets nicer. So cheers to that. So a few things I want to talk about. I've been extremely busy lately. I don't really want to get into specifics, but I haven't had time to really game. I've had a little bit of time, but not a lot. Between things going on in my personal life, work as well, and other things. Video games, gaming has sort of taken a back seat, as well as the YouTube channel. I haven't been putting out as much content as I would like, but I thought I'd put out a little video today. A few things, again, that I did want to talk about. The first thing is, I wanted to show off this book. I've had it probably, maybe over a year. I actually bought it for my mother for Christmas, and she finished reading it, and she gave it back to me. It's no secret, I'm a huge fan of the film director David Lynch, and this is kind of almost like an autobiography. He put it out, I think, last year, and this is the hard copy, Room to Dream. So if you're a fan of David Lynch, you can get this in soft cover as well. But it is nice to have the hardcover because you get a nice image of him when he was a young boy. And then there he is there in his current state. Also as well, I've been chipping away at Hill Street Blues. Now this has never happened to me before, and it happened the other night. Maybe you guys can resonate with this. I finished Season 1, and I put the first disc in for Season 2. And when I took the disc out of the case, it snapped in half. So I can't really continue on. I gotta watch the first 4 episodes of Season 2. I gotta find them online and watch them. But more to the point, now I got this nice complete box set with a broken disc, and you can't buy the discs individually. So I've been periodically going to thrift stores and pawn shops when I could over the last couple of weeks to look for Season 2 of this TV show. And then I'm going to have to take out that one disc that I need, even if it's not a matching disc, that has episodes 1 through 4 for Season 2, and put them in this and hobble it together, put it back into the complete set. So, it is what it is. Second thing I want to mention, I don't think I talked about this in my last video. I finally sat down and watched Deliverance on VHS, and I watched it in the games room here. This blew me away. This was amazing. I might have to do a Movies on the Run episode covering this movie. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it for you. Now, like I said, I've been kind of busy lately. I was out of town for a couple of days. That being said, when I was out of town, when I was doing that game hunting out in Kingston, Ontario, Canada, I brought my Nintendo Wii U with me in the hotel. And while I was in the hotel room, I managed to bust out Mario Kart 8, but I couldn't play it because, believe it or not, you can't play that game on the Wii U unless you update it first. And I didn't feel like disconnecting. I'm not going to get into it. I wanted to just sort of leave it how my settings were with my current Wi-Fi for my house. I didn't want to fuck around with it. I was too lazy. So I did put in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I did play a couple of levels in this. The game has I don't know, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. I find it has crazy difficulty spikes. Because when I started out the game, first couple of levels, I accumulated a lot of lives. Like I think I had close to 20 lives, and then I hit one level that was giving me a hard time, and boom, I lost all my lives. Game over. So a lot of people have played this, and it almost sounds like a lot of people have played this but have not played this, or they have played this and they like it more than this. Call me crazy. I almost think Donkey Kong Country Returns is the better game. And the reason is because I find with the Wii remote, how you can shake it to get Donkey Kong to do his thing. That's more entertaining to me than using the buttons on the Wii U remote. I don't know. I thought that Nintendo, or I guess you could say Retro Studios, made really good use of the Wii remote with this game. And I find that element is obviously taken away on the Wii U. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. I think this might be maybe a little bit easier than this, but they're very similar. This one has an open world map. I don't think this one had that. So yeah, pretty cool. Happy to finally try out Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze after all these years. Now today, I want to say for about maybe 45 minutes, I finally had a chance to sit down and play Ultra Golf. It's Konami Golf over in Japan and Europe, I believe, but here we got it as Ultra Golf. And this actually, dare I say, blew me away. I had a lot of fun with this. I don't think it's quite as good as NES Open for the NES, but it's really good. I'll try to put out a gameplay video sort of showing off a little bit more of what this game is about, but obviously it needs no introduction. It's a golf game. You get 2 courses. You can't play the second course unless you beat the first course in tournament mode, unless you play it in practice mode. But the physics, the way that the character animation is on screen when your character is swinging his club, I was really impressed with it. Save states in this as well, which was almost unheard of back in 1991 for a Game Boy Cart. And there's even 2-player couch co-op in it as well. I don't know how to get that working. I think it has something to do with having one of those link connects. Anyways, real good game. I guess the last thing I'll talk about, actually before we get into that, take a sip of my beer. Had a little bit of drama in the Genesis room this week. Turned the Genesis on, the Model 1, and the game wasn't coming up. I wasn't getting any pictures. So I'm like, what the fuck? It can't be the console. Could it be? The console was turning on, so I'm like, ugh. So then I unplugged everything, and then I brought the Genesis into the games room here, and I hooked it up to this TV, and still nothing. I'm like, what the f***? And then I took a closer look at the AV cable, and was like, okay. The end of it was actually frayed. So it's obviously an original AV cable from way back when. So it was toast. So I'm rocking the RF cable right now, believe it or not. I've ordered an AV cable off of eBay. It was only like $3, free shipping from the US. But until then, I'm rocking the RF cable. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention as well, that shoot 'em up I bought that I picked up in Kingston there, Subterranea, it won't play on the Genesis at all. So I took, obviously a cotton swab to it and try to clean the contacts, and no dice. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some alcohol, the proper alcohol, obviously, and dip the swab in it and try to clean the contacts that way. I'm sure I can get it to work John Riggs style, but right now I can't seem to play it. I did play Lotus too. Awesome game, fantastic. I hope to put out a video hopefully this week showing off some of Lotus 2 as well. Not quite as good as Outrun for the Genesis, but a very close second indeed. So the last thing I want to mention here, a lot of you guys saw that video I put out a couple days ago, and I finally came to the conclusion of Heavy Rain. So the next game I want to play for the PlayStation 3, I'm going to give 2 options here, and you guys can maybe leave it in the comments below which one you think I should tackle next. This one's going to probably, stir up some controversy in the comment section. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be Uncharted, Drake's Fortune? Never played it before. Or the game everyone either loves or hates, The Last of Us. I shouldn't say that. I think it's The Last of Us 2 that everybody loves to hate, and everybody seems to love The Last of Us. So, I don't know. I actually bought this game because I always used to bash it and cut it up, but I had never played it before. And there was a guy in my comment section, I think it was Bowles EG, and he kind of lit me up one day. He's like, dude, you got to try that game before you knock it. And I'm like, okay, he is right. Who am I to say I've never played it? I shouldn't even be allowed to talk about this game. So I don't know. It doesn't look like it's my type of thing. I don't know. The zombie apocalypse has been done to death. The father and daughter storyline. I don't know if that really appeals to me. It doesn't really resonate with me. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. That looks good. So I don't know, guys. Leave in the comments below, Last of Us or Uncharted the first game. So that's pretty much gonna do it. There's not much else to really talk about. We're right at the 11-minute mark. Like I said, winter is still here, unfortunately, in Canada. We're still kind of dealing with COVID. It's coming in waves. The general public can get vaccinated now, so that's good news there. And hopefully we'll continue to see the numbers go down so that we can start living our lives again. But until then, we all have to sort of make do with the situation, right? And so, I'll leave you with this. I remember back in the day, I had a boss, and when people used to ask him how his day was, he used to say, better than some, worse than others. So I think that sums up how things are right now in the world. Obviously, it could be better, but it could always be worse. So I'll leave it at that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks so much for watching. You people are wonderful and beautiful. You take care.